Is there a way to get people to respond how you want them to? Yes. Do we go about it the right way? No. And in this video, what I want to describe to you guys are small tweaks that you can make in order to elicit particular responses from people, right? And the whole goal here is to have an honest, open dialogue with people, get them to engage with you, and then do as you please. Have a conversation, sell something, or whatever it is. The reason I'm bringing this up is most of higher level communication techniques and what you're going to learn and implement is counterintuitive, meaning what you think or what you've been told is actually the opposite. So a lot of people who follow me cold call, right? Real estate people, sales people, and they have a problem breaking through initial resistance, getting people to open up, and they misunderstand a lot of things. So as an example, I know that if I want somebody to respond when I'm cold approaching them or cold calling them, one of the biggest mistakes that I can make is being too specific, too early with the questions that I'm asking. So if I call you and I say, do you still want to sell your house, right? Or, hey, are you looking to sell your home? Or I say, hey, your home didn't sell, where are you moving to? Those are all way too direct. Now, can you ask those questions? Absolutely. You just cannot ask them in the very beginning because you don't have enough rapport, aka you have not hit the hook point yet. The hook point that you hit in a conversation is when finally the person stops backing away and trying to eject from the conversation, and now they're actually engaged with you. Then you can start ramping up the specificity. But what happens? We do things wrong. Another classic mistake is asking permission. You don't have to ask people permission to engage in conversation with them. Hey, is it okay if I ask you a question? Hey, would it be okay if I asked you a couple questions? Right? Again, why? You would be told, hey, that's polite, that's what you're supposed to do. However, on a subconscious level, people reject that behavior. A lot of people are going to tell you what I just said is wrong, but those people don't know communication and they don't know how to sell. Why? When I ask permission from a complete stranger in a weird way like that on an initial approach or engagement, subconsciously it turns them off. It's no different than when somebody walks up to you. Let's say you're at the gas station and somebody walks up to you, right? Hey man, how are you? Or they, I'm sorry. Immediately, what are you doing? You're doing this. Your body language is going away. Meaning, whatever they're doing, subconsciously is signaling to you, I want out. So even if you still engage with them verbally, you're pulling away from the interaction, the conversation, which tells me everything I need to know. Their approach, their behavior is wrong based on what? Your response. If you're not eliciting the correct response, you're doing something wrong. That's all that I'm concerned with here. Of course, everything I talk about, everything that I teach is with the underlying assumption. And again, I proclaim, and I make this claim all the time. I say, honesty, ethics, we're not trying to screw people over or get them to do something that's going to cause harm or work them against their will, ever. All right? So again, counterintuitive. So let's say I call somebody. I know a lot of realtors follow me. And someone complains, man, all you guys are calling me this and that. Try this question. I hear you, man. Why'd you even pick up the phone? And zip it. Oh man, how are you going to ask that? That's not going to work. Try it. That's one of a million lines I've given my students that break through that barrier. Why? Number one, it's counterintuitive. Number two, it's a pattern interrupt. Number three, it acknowledges their current state of mind. Number four, it demonstrates to them on a subconscious level that I'm not attached to the outcome. And lastly, I'm not seeking rapport with them. All these behaviors, remember, when you approach or you start a conversation with somebody or an interaction, any behavior, question, whatever you do, movement that is perceived by their reptilian brain as rapport seeking, hey, I'm trying to get your attention, hey, talk to me. Anything that's perceived that way on a subconscious level, again, because they don't know you and they're not comfortable with you yet and you haven't hit the hook point, they will reject it, that behavior of walking away or wanting to disengage. This is why, too, when you go door to door, what do we typically do that's another mistake? People are hesitant, as they should be. They open the door, they crack their head through the door, hey, who is this, right? Or they're starting to close the door or pull away, what do? When they're pulling away, no. You take a step forward. Rapport seeking. You're seeking rapport. Talk to me. Give me attention. What does that do? It drives them to close the door or go away. What does the pro do? As he continues to talk, as he notices them pulling away, he starts to slowly back away and turn while he talks. That's the opposite of rapport seeking. That's demonstrating the ability and the desire to leave and disengage. Then what happens? It's like you have them on a string and suddenly they'll stop or they'll actually start coming out. It's incredible when you start implementing these simple things, the amount of opportunities that suddenly get presented to you when you're doing cold calling, door knocking, or whatever it is. So these are very, very common mistakes and small tweaks. Again, I'm just throwing them at you. Small tweaks that you can make immediately to absolutely revolutionize your ability to get results. If you can't get past the beginning, if you can't understand that this is counterintuitive, if you can't try something that for you would be outside of the box, you will fall short. All that's happening now with the advent of technology, AI, and all this stuff is the people who are in the know, like that know this information that I'm telling you, and not just know it, but that can apply it, are the people who are still selling and killing it and making a lot of money. I almost get tired of saying this, but all my students are having record years. They did in 2025, and they're already off to an awesome start. And the best part is, in my program, I have a ton of people who aren't even in real estate, because everyone's, oh, he's the real estate guy, right? But I teach sales and communication to everybody. You just saw the interview I did with Amit. He's a tech guy. He started a huge, new app and company and business, and he came to me to learn sales and communication. You saw the interview. Watch it if you haven't already. This stuff is incredible, but many of you are going to have to empty your cup, like Bruce Lee said, and approach this thing with humility and say, man, maybe there's a lot more to us, a lot more to this than I originally thought. We have to grow and get beyond the basic scripts, which I learned and all of you learned. That's fine, but I decided to take it to a completely different stratosphere, and I did. Am I the only one that knows a lot about sales? Of course not. But I'm a geek when it comes to communication. I'm a geek when it comes to mastering the sales process and just taking it, again, to another planet. That's required now. Before, you could admire it and say, oh, that's nice. Now it's required. Otherwise, if you just, again, are basic, AI, ChatGPT, and all that can replace you because you can't take it to another level. So take a look at this thing and say, all right, the state of mind and the reference is, I'm going to have to do the opposite of probably what I feel like is right. And once you guys start playing in this world and understanding it more, these techniques become easier and automatic. Same thing with appealing to somebody's emotion and poking them. That might require you to cross the line like you think you shouldn't cross. How about the people who struggle to be very direct and blunt and honest with people? That's huge in sales. I don't want to offend them, this and that. Look, it's not about offending them. However, the truth has to be told and it has to be demonstrated. If you're unwilling or unable to do that, the salesperson like me who can do that effortlessly is going to beat you every time. Because deep down inside, people know the truth and they want the truth. And your refusal to give it to them actually makes them lose respect for you. Again, all of this is subconscious. People aren't consciously thinking of these concepts. But how do I know that I'm right in these instances? Because I look at their actions. If they decide not to work with you, they close the door in your face, they hang up the phone, they don't talk with you, they don't engage with you, they don't work with you. Obviously, what you're doing and saying is not working. I look at the results. Many of you may even claim, you don't know shit, you're just a pushy salesperson. Then how come the guy who I would interview, who I had to ask when I first met him like 8 times to get his phone number, we'll go on a testimonial and say, hey, Bryan, or you know what, I love working with Bryan because he wasn't salesy or pushy. And I'm in the background laughing like, bro, I had to ask you fucking 8 times to get your phone number. What does that demonstrate? That I have technique, but he didn't feel like he was being sold. Bingo, that's the key. That's why he kept talking to me and he gave me his phone number, and then I worked with him and I sold his house, and happily ever after, testimonial, everybody moved on. From the colors that you wear, to the type of communication channels that you utilize, email, text, voice message, video, phone call, handwritten note or letter in the mail, all those marketing channels. Understand, why do you think people online always do reaction videos and talk about drama? Because they understand deep at the core, people are addicted to that. They can't help but notice it and chime in. This is why I love sometimes bringing up controversial subjects, because I know people are going to comment. We have to take our understanding of this. Now, this, for a lot of people, even these basic techniques that I give, if you implement them just from this video, you'll start getting crazy results. But all I'm inviting you to do is open your brain and mind to different possibilities when it comes to selling and communication, and really seeing this and treating it like a genuine art form, because that's what it is. And when you treat it that way and you approach it that way, you will become a true student, a genuine student of it, and now you'll start to get results. Because if right now you're watching this video and you're in sales, especially real estate, and you're not doing well, it's because you can't implement and you don't know the stuff. You just flat out, and that's okay if you don't know, but you don't have the excuse anymore. Because there's people out there getting a lot of business right now, making a lot of money. Not a lot, but there are those people. What are you gonna do? I invite you. You wanna chat with me? Let's talk about working together. If not, grab the free script book that I put out this year and at least grab something to start wetting your beak and starting to introduce you to some of these new concepts, because I think you'll be pleasantly surprised with how easy it is to implement, regardless of your personality type and all that. And secondly, you'll see how effective it is. A lot of my students, that's how they started with me. They heard me on a video, they're like, man, this dude is just talking ish. Let me try what he said. And then, oh, it worked. Okay, maybe he does know what he's talking about. Then they watched more and implemented more and they saw he's right, he's right, he's right, he's right. Then they became a student. That's how it works. All right, that's it for this one, guys. Anything else I can help you with, let me know. Drop a comment, subscribe. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.